Hi, I'm John Harris with Prolific Games, and this is the actual play video for our latest game, Tricked Out Hero. Now I want to give you a little note on the components you're going to see here today. These are not the final production components. One of the biggest differences you'll notice is that we're using poker chips and mini poker chips for the abilities and powers of the different characters. In the final game, there will be 178 custom punch-out counters for this. Another difference you'll notice is that we're going to be using a standard deck of cards. And although Tricked Out Hero uses a standard deck of cards, the one that comes in the game is beautifully done by Ryan Johnson with custom artwork to sort of theme the suits towards the action of the game, which is a fantasy monster slaying game. And with beautiful artwork on the face cards and a number of other tweaks for it. There's a number of other small differences, as in the character components and things like that. But that's the major gist of it. This is playtest elements that we use to develop the game. And so the final production quality will be much, much higher. Okay, let's go over the general gameplay. The game consists of 3 levels. Now in each level, you'll play 1 round per player. So in a 4-player game, you'll play 4 rounds on level 1, 4 rounds on level 2, and 4 rounds on level 3 for a total of 12 rounds. Now, the steps in each round are this. First, you deal each player a hand of cards and a monster they have to fight at the end of the hand of cards. You then reveal the trump suit for that hand. Now, the trump are randomized at the start of the game. You will run through all 4 suits, and after you've done that once, you'll re-randomize them and they'll come out again. So you will see all of the trump suits in varying orders. After trump has been revealed, the players then have the option to use their declaration powers. You start with the player to the left of the dealer. They have the choice to use theirs. If they choose not to, you continue around the table until one player has either chosen to use their power or all have chosen not to. After that, you play the hand of cards under whatever rules you're set up with now based on the declaration powers. Once the hand of cards has been played, you will collect power points for the tricks you've taken. We'll go over that a little bit. Then, you will reveal your monster and use those power points to fight that monster. Pretty simple. Here are some of the characters that come with the base game. This is the Barbarian. Now on the character sheet, you can see their starting melee power, which is 3 for the Barbarian, the starting magic power, which for the Barbarian is 0, and the starting health, which here is 2. And then if you can see these faded out hearts, that indicates the maximum health the Barbarian can have throughout the game. Now, each character will have what's called the declaration power, and that's the power they use to affect the trick-taking part of the game. For the Barbarian, his superior strength allows him to call for the ace of melee from any other character in exchange for one of his low non-monster cards. Now each character will also have 2 fighting abilities, such as the Barbarian's Berserk and his Unending Rage. Some characters will have a special ability. Here the Barbarian has +1 to melee attacks and -2 to magic rolls. Right? A couple of the other characters that come with the base game are the Priest. This is one of everybody else's favorite because his declaration power, Divine Intervention, allows him to switch the trump suits. That's going to become real handy later. You'll see. Alright, and another one of my favorites. Let's take a look at the Monk. I like the Monk character. Has a great littlest pebble ability, which allows the lowest card played on a trick to take the trick. It's always fun, kind of throws people for a loop. And then she also has Chi and Iron Skin, but does not have a special ability when it comes to fighting monsters. Let's take a look at the card play. Now, we use a standard 52 card deck with 4 suits, rethemed with melee, magic, health, and monster. When you're playing the hand of cards, you have to follow suit if you can. You can lead trump whenever you want, and you can score points with a nil hand. That will gain you 3 points of your choice. How the points work. Whenever you take a trick with a specific suit, you get a point of that suit. So if you take a trick with a melee card, you gain a melee point. Magic, magic, health, health, and monster tricks. If you take a trick with a monster card, you're going to power up the monsters. So you really have to avoid taking a trick with a monster card. Alright, so once you played the hand of cards, you look at which tricks you took with which cards. and collect the points for those. You'll add those to points you either started with or have saved from other rounds. So with the basics of combat, let's take a look at some of the monsters. The level 1 monsters are here, level 2, and level 3. So let's take a look at them real quick. Get some of the basics. Alright, we have a zombie. Ooh, and a little kobold berserker. Okay, so the information listed on the monster card is the melee target number. That's the number the player has to reach by spending points and rolling a d8 and adding them together. The magic target number to defeat it. The gold the monster is worth, and if you fail to defeat it, the monster then attacks you and how much health you lose. So the monsters are going to vary in different abilities. Some of them are going to have special text listed such as undead. That's to indicate that the cleric gets a bonus against them, or that some of the later monsters will use that ability also. Let's take a look at the level 2 monsters. When you go deeper, you'll level up, you'll gain a few extra points, but you'll have to fight a lot harder monsters. And some of them have some very special abilities. Here, with the Astral Beast, you'll notice that it cannot be fought in melee. It can only be fought in magic. Right? Whereas the Pirate is a 7 melee, 6 magic, but if there are any ninjas in play, I don't know if you can see that special text there, they get 2 tougher, because they don't want to look bad in front of the ninjas. And finally, the level 3 monsters really crank it up quite a bit. Here we have, let's move these, here we have the Gelatinous Cube, ooh, and Lord Og. Okay, you'll notice the numbers are a lot larger, but they also have special abilities. So for the Gelatinous Cube, if you fail to beat it the first round, you're stuck inside it and have to keep fighting it. You don't get a new monster, you just keep fighting the Gelatinous Cube. Lord Og's special text reads that he is +1 to both melee and magic for each for each orc or giant in your bounty area. Meaning for each orc or giant you've defeated earlier in the game, that 9/9 go up, making it much more difficult. So like I said, when you face the monster, you'll reveal it and you'll decide whether to fight it in either melee or magic. You'll then spend as many points of that as you want, either from the hand you just played or ones you've saved from previous hands. You roll a d8 and add them together. There with my 7, I would have beat it in melee or magic automatically. No, you can't see that die very well. Let's get a better die for this. Ooh, my 6. I would have just barely beat the melee and easily beat the magic. Unless, of course, I'd taken some monster tricks, in which case each monster trick I had taken during that hand would power these up. We'll see more of that later during the actual play of the game. Okay, we've assembled the 4 mysterious players, and my daughter Kira over there is going to be in charge of the chips. They've selected their character for the round, or for the game. Currently we have the Barbarian, the Priest, the Mage, and the Monk playing, and now they're about to receive their starting stats. So, for the Monk, they will receive 1 melee. You want to point that out, Josh? Mysterious Josh. There you go. 1 magic, and a starting health of 3. The Mage doesn't receive any magic, or any melee, sorry, but does receive 3 magic. And how much health? 2 health. The Priest is 1 melee, 2 magic, and 2 health. And the Barbarian is going to be 3 melee, no magic, 2 health. Alright, so now we're entering the first level. We're going to play 1 hand per player, so that's 4 hands, and fight 4 monsters. Josh, the Monk over here, oops, sorry about the camera, is the dealer. So that means the Mage will have the first chance to use their declaration powers, but before we do that, we're going to deal the hand, deal the monster cards. The players can go ahead and look at their monster cards, and Kira, if you would reveal the trump for this hand, please. Trump will be...
King of Hearts.
Hearts. Trump will be hearts. Now, in the standard game, that suit will be represented by the health symbol that we have, and so that will be, the trump will be health. All right. If anybody wants to know, I can see what Scott the Barbarian's hand is. So just slip me some money, and we'll let you know.
I got a little extra.
All right.
So you,
How do you know that?
John, you get the first opportunity to declare. Because you've got your hand tipped down.
I don't need
So
to.
far.
Because of the camera.
Oh, I got you.
So, all right. So what we're doing is our declaration powers. The mage has the polymorph power. That means they can turn the monster suit, which will be represented here by spades, into a different suit. Now remember, spades are really bad to get, but they're choosing not to use it. Next up is the priest. They can call divine intervention and switch the trump suit, so they'd switch it from heart to the next random suit in there. All 4 suits are there. Kurt, do you want to use your divine intervention?
Yep, switch it.
Oh, right off the bat. So now he's going to place a marker. Ooh!
It's monster.
The monster suit has come up as trump.
Nope.
And he'll receive a marker to indicate that he's used that power this level.
Yep. just
And
one
now, John the Mage can lead out. You guys go ahead and talk. What do you need here?
Skip the barbarian.
We leave these face down.
Once,
Yes.
Once he used his power.
The reason you leave them face down is
What
because
uses power to-
there are characters in the game that can switch monsters with other people before they're revealed.
Okay. Okay.
So play.
Play.
Play is now very similar to a standard card game. John the Mage can choose whichever suit they want to lead and whatever card they want to lead. Other players have to follow suit, and he just stuck somebody with a monster trick, possibly. Maybe himself with that 5 of spades coming out. No! So, Scott will keep a one of the monster tricks, or one of the monster cards to indicate that he took that trick with a monster card. And so at the end of the game, or at the end of the hand, we will then deal out chips to indicate what tricks you took the cards with. It's now Scott's lead since he took the last trick.
Just like hearts.
What happens if you lose all your life points?
The question is, what happens if you lose all your life points? You die. Just like in any other game. You do come back with your starting stats and any of the level bump ups that you've gotten in between the first and second level. But you will be in a rough spot. Try not to die.
Nice.
Oh.
Did I mention I'm a bad person when it comes to
That's right. Mysterious Josh.
It's well known.
Scott, you're lead again.
Interesting. More clubs for Kurt.
Wait, you said no more clubs? What did I put on there?
Or no more. Sorry, no more
Hearts.
hearts for Kurt.
Oh, okay.
Or health.
Mysterious.
No more health.
Clubs are out there?
Melee, Kurt.
Queen of
Yeah.
Melee.
This isn't going to go well.
Hey, you got something other than a monster trick.
No,
Hey,
why'd you
how
put
about
that
that?
on yours?
I'm just
Yeah.
sweeping them.
I'm going to get 2 bad things. There's no way I can stop it. Diamonds?
Diamonds are
Magic it
lead.
is. Magic it is,
You
Kurt.
have to follow suit if you can.
Yeah, I know.
But he doesn't have to be happy about it.
This is going nowhere. I'm going to get 2 or 3 monsters.
Excellent. I approve of this, Kurt.
Remember, you are mysterious. Not so much anymore.
He's not that mysterious.
Hearts, huh?
You're the mysterious Josh.
Health it is.
There we go.
Well, if you're gonna take it, might as well go big.
I got one. That's about all it's gonna do.
Got stuck with the lead there, huh, Kurt?
Okay, the hand has been played, and now we're going to divvy up the power points for what they've for the tricks they've taken. Starting with Josh the monk.
You get 2 health and 1 magic.
Moving on to John the mage.
Nope.
Melee, magic, and health.
One of each of the good ones. Kurt the priest had a rough hand. 3 monster. That's the little black chips, please, Kira, and 1 magic. Thank you. And Scott the Barbarian is also pulling in 2 monsters and 1 melee. Alright. Now the players can now we're going to move on to the combat phase. The players can reveal their monsters and decide how they want to fight them.
Do you have to fight him?
Yes, you have to fight them.
Do you have to decide how many to add in before you roll?
You
Yes.
have to decide how many chips you want to spend before you roll, and you have to decide which form you're going to fight them in, either melee or magic. So right now, Josh the monk is deciding to fight in magic against the orc, which starts out at a 5, but since he's added a chip, his target number is now 4. He's rolling the d8 and getting an 8.
Boom.
He kills the orc, slays the orc, gains the gold, which is a total of how much, Josh?
4.
4. It's a good start.
I think I'm just gonna take a chance on it.
All right.
Roll it.
Yep.
What John is doing here is only one. Well, he likes to shake up 2.
Oh, you're gonna shake 2 dice there?
No, I'm gonna roll 1 die.
Okay.
I just like to hear something.
So one of the features of the game is if you roll a natural 8 on the 8-sided die, you auto kill the monster. But he only needed to get over a 4
So you kill the goblin.
and killed it anyways, and he gains the gold. Kurt, unfortunately, has taken 3 monster tricks. Now, normally, let's see if we can see this. His monster, the Berserker Kobold, would be a 3 melee and a 7 magic. But because of the 3 monster tricks he took, each of those numbers goes up by 3. It is now a 4-10. How would you like to fight it, Kurt? I'm guessing.
It's a
I'm sorry, a 6. A 6-10.
Now, Kurt, you should know that if you lose to this monster,
You're dead.
yes, you will take 2 points of damage and die.
So we can see how that works.
Very possibly.
Okay, I'm gonna heal Scott. Can I do that right now?
Yeah.
I'll heal
Kurt is
Scott.
using one of his powers. It is called Heal. It says twice per game, heal one other character 1 health and yourself 2 health. That works perfect. So he needs another marker to mark his power also, please, Kira. And then do you want to spend your melee, Kurt?
Do I have to beat it or match it?
Equal?
to or better.
Yep, equal or exceed. So right now, if you spent your 1 point of melee, you drop it down to a 5.
Let me think, sir. Is that a 6? No, I'll just if I have to.
He's just going to roll for a 6 or better.
But I can double it if I have to. My roll.
One of his other powers is to double the roll after the roll. It's only a twice per game power.
Or you could just take
Kurt,
the 2
that
damage.
yellow die is also a marker.
Mm-hmm. I think I'll take the 2 damage.
Okay.
A little bit.
Since he failed to beat the monster, the monster points go away. As does the monster. He doesn't gain the gold bounty. Scott, melee or magic? What'd that zombie get up to? The addition of the two monster tricks, it goes from a 6 melee 5 magic to an 8 melee 7 magic. But the barbarian gets a +1 to all magic or melee rolls, so it's actually only a 7 melee.
I will do with melee.
All right. You gonna spend any chips? Certainly don't have to.
This will bring it down, correct?
Yes, it will.
Okay. Let's do 2.
Down to a 5 or better on the 8-sided die. and rolled the 2. Failed to beat the monster, loses the chips, and loses 1 point of health. Because the zombie, let's see, get it focused there, does 1 point of damage. That's
the most at the end.
That's the first round of monsters. We have 3 more in level 1. So we're going to shuffle up the hand, or the playing deck. We're going to deal out new monsters, and we're going to start it over.
Get out of order.
Somebody stacked the deck for me.
Alright, you guys can review your monsters. Go ahead and fight them. You don't have to wait for everybody else to do it. Just decide how you want to fight it.
Roll your floor beam.
That,
Straight
oh, here. We're actually going to show this one. This is one of the trap chests. Excuse the marker on there. I said this was playtest. These are playtest cards. With the trap chest, the wonderful thing, or with the treasure chest, the wonderful thing is you have a straight roll. Monster tokens don't affect it. It is just a straight 4 or better to get it. And if you succeed, you gain the gold.
Can I use?
Nope, no melee or magic spent on it,
Look
just
at
a
that. You
straight
get all
roll.
those chips, you can't even use them.
You're saving them for the next monster, Kurt, or for the next level, which would be much harder.
For the next
poison,
game.
it's relevant for the
4 or
expansion.
better, huh?
Hey!
Kurt, you beat something!
For the final monster of the first level, the monk is taking in 3 magic and 1 monster. The mage is getting 3 health, but unfortunately they're at their max. Now, when you're at your max health, you can trade in
Gets
2,
health, 2 health, and 1
any.
Magic and a melee. And
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
not 3 health. 2 health, 1 magic. But since they're at their max health, what they can do is trade in that health for 1 of any other chip of their choice. So what are you trading in for? As a mage.
As a mage, I think I'll trade in for magic.
Yeah, good choice.
We'll just help you out there.
The priest gains a magic and a melee. And the barbarian somehow mysteriously raked in 3 magic.
Hey, even a barbarian needs some magic sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so. Monsters are revealed, and players choose to fight how they want.
I'm gonna
Another
use my,
goblin.
I'm going to use my 3 dice and choose the highest.
Okay. Using his once per level power of clairvoyance, he gets to roll 3 dice and choose the highest. Shooting for 4 or better.
I'm going to
And
put the 7.
one of them makes it.
Well, no, I'm on +1 on magic. So
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
They all make it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just,
like those goblins.
I'm just saying.
So
Boy, they
far-
like me. I'm like, is there any advantage to collect a set of 3 goblins?
Nope. I'll spend 1, get him to a 3 or better. Boom.
I'll spend
Gotta
3
keep up.
magic, so I need a 2 or better.
I think you're still ahead. Go this way.
Success.
Success!
Huzzah!
Kurt kills the orc. With a mighty blow.
2 magic, so I need a 3 or better.
Magic. Really?
Well, now remember,
You need a 5 or better.
yeah, you take a penalty to fight in magic.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
You're the barbarian.
You have a in your corner down there.
Oh,
So if you're gonna only
over
spend
there.
2,
Your special ability.
You're back to 5.
you're back to 5. So I wouldn't even spend 2. I just fight him straight
oh,
up
I
in melee
see.
if you want 5 or
Okay,
better.
thank you. All right.
Well,
Or you
it's a
spend
7 or
more.
better. Oh, fight him in melee.
Fight him in
Yep.
melee.
Yep, fight him in melee.
Fight him in melee.
Okay.
There it
And
is.
you got it. So they played through the first 4 hands and 4 monsters of level 1. That means they're going to move deeper in the dungeon and they get to go up in experience. So clear off any markers that were once per level that you may have on your abilities. And then you get a chip of your choice. Monk, what will it be?
Melee.
And the mage?
I think I want to have magic.
The mage wants magic.
I'm shocked.
Priest?
Magic.
Magic also. And barbarian.
Melee.
Melee.
Stunning.
Alright, so now we're going a little deeper. We flip the new trump suit, which will be melee. We deal a new 2nd level monster to each of the players.
I can't wait.
And we see what nastiness these get. These will go up in ability, and they will also often have special abilities.
What is
Well, they'll go up in
what's the
difficulty.
special ability?
They'll have things such as the wood nymph is +2 versus male players. The pirate and the ninja are harder to kill if there's one of each out in the battle area. It'll say at the bottom of the card. All right. Clubs are trump. Melee is trump. And the mage has the first chance to use their declaration power.
Yeah, the mage is sorting.
There you go, doing that thing.
The mage is aligning the magical forces of the universe.
Right.
But I don't get to pick the
Gloves.
new. I don't get to pick the new the new trump.
Not the new trump, but a different suit. You change the suit. Clubs, the melee will still be trump, but you could change the monster suit into something else.
Oh, I see.
So the mage's ability to polymorph changes the monster suit into something else. For example, you polymorph the monster suit into magic. Therefore, every trick you take with a monster card gains you a point of magic, and every trick you take with a magic card gains you a point of monster. It's a little confusing, but a lot of fun once you start playing with it.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do it.
You don't have to.
I don't want to. I'm going to decline to use my.
All right.
to
The
my power.
cleric, or sorry, the priest can now choose to use their divine intervention and change the trump suit
No.
to the next suit, which would either have been health or monster. Probably a wise choice. Barbarian, are you calling for the ace of melee?
Yes.
There we go. So mark off that you've used your power.
Good
And
going,
again, Josh the monk has the ace of melee. But we'll receive, I don't know. Well, you don't have to show it. No, it can't be a monster suit. It has to be a non-monster card.
Non-monster card. Sorry.
Okay.
And
it's just
you don't have to show it.
coming.
Okay.
I'm not going to get much.
So, lay back face down. Thank
And
you.
try and get nothing, Kurt. All right.
Is this a result in order, or
Combat.
Yeah.
With some of the with certain expansions that we have planned, some of the characters require you to because they get different benefits depending upon whether someone else succeeds or fails. In the base game, there's no reason you have to resolve combat in order.
well,
so
you could if you see that somebody's pulling ahead of you, you could
choose to spend more.
choose to spend more to keep up.
Certainly, if you have players who are doing that, then I would suggest doing it in order, starting with the lead player, person who had the lead. Person to the left of the dealer would do it first, and you just go around the table.
All right, I'll do
Now,
two.
first, let's explain where we're at. We just finished the first hand of the second level, and the monsters have come out. They've gotten to see some of the special abilities already, such as the mage managed to pull down the astral beast, which is much better for them because it cannot be fought in melee and must be fought in magic. The barbarian was lucky enough to get the barbarian, which is sort of the opposite of that. The monk, even though it is a female character, is played by a male player, so the dryad here becomes a 9/9 because it's +2 versus male players. That's because we realized that females also game, and we wanted to give them a little nod too.
Little reverse sex.
Kurt got an undead zombie. There, a ghoul. It's worth 7. By the way, there's a printing error on it. Alright, so the points have been collected, the monsters have been revealed, and the players decide how they want to fight them.
I'm going to pitch in two.
Wade into them and spill their blood.
I need a 6, 7, or 8.
Kurt, go ahead. Figure out how you want to fight. Oh! So it loses 1 health.
Monster's gone.
Monster's gone.
I'm going to roll for the 8.
1, 2,
Did you
3.
shuffle that already? Yep, this one's shuffled.
Nope. I would lose a health. However, I have Iron Sting. Iron Skin.
Skin.
So each time I take a damage roll, I can roll a d8. On 7 or 8, I take no damage. No.
Now the humor here is the mysterious Josh, now playing the monk, has been one of our playtesters over the last 3 years. And in those 3 years has never succeeded in rolling the Iron Skin.
I will go with magic. It makes it a 9 because I have +1 against
25%
undead.
chance.
It's an 8.
Never kill him.
7, 6, 5.
Yeah.
5 or better on the D8 for the priest.
5 or better.
It's the ghoul.
No!
Oh!
I'll play 2 more magic and double my 3 to a 6 and kill it.
So the priest just used their Divine Grace ability, which says twice per game, only once in any single level. You may spend 2 magic to double the attack roll. This is done after the roll. Very nice power. Alright, Barbarian, how are you fighting?
Melee.
Right now,
Good
he's
choice.
a 9.
He's a 9.
This was not our most successful level.
I'm gonna start dealing.
Okay,
Did you want to cut?
Okay, let's put 3. That gives him a 6 or better.
6 or better.
There it is.
And the D8, let's see it.
Da-da-da.
Hey,
Whoa!
Right.
On.
we have a winner.
Yep.
Boy.
Ouch.
You did not have a good
Would
hand.
really have been nice to have that unending rage now, Scott the Barbarian.
Yeah.
So Scott the Barbarian rakes in 4 monster points. Let's see. Kurt the Priest gets 1 monster, 2 melee, 1 magic. Look at that. Cure is already all over it. Ooh, only 1 magic for the mage. Might have tried a nil hand there, mage.
Well,
Couldn't quite pull it off.
Littlest pebble might have screwed him up.
yeah, I just
Reveal your monsters. We have 2 ninjas at least. I can see a trap chest and a pirate.
A pirate's in play?
A
Oh, yes.
pirate is in play along with a ninja. Now they hate to look bad in front of each other, so they're going to fight a little harder. They're +2 to each stat. Now the good news for Scott is even though he took all those monster tricks, he has a chest, a trap chest, but still a chest, which means monster tricks don't affect it. Neither do melee or magic, so it's a straight roll.
Oh,
He needs a 5 or better.
okay. I just roll it now?
Just roll it. Got
There
the
it is.
6. There he goes. 4 of the 2nd level monsters.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Pirate.
Ah!
There's a ninja in play, so he's a 9/8. We'll fight him in magic. Oh no, I have to do this in melee if I do it that way. We'll do it that way. So 9, 10. Use my chi. 8,
Is
6.
this the last monster in this level? We got 1 more level.
2 or better.
Yay!
Okay.
The monk's chi power uses their health to get 2 points of combat ability for each point of health spent. Leaves them a little drained afterwards, but is effective.
clairvoyance. So this is 7, goes to a 9, down to an 8, 7, 6, 5. 5 is probably good enough.
Need a marker for the chi and a marker for the clairvoyance, please. Drop it down to a 5, and that clairvoyance allows the mage to roll 3 dice and pick the highest result. Well, pick whichever result they want.
One.
Oh, got an 8. Barely.
I want the 8.
Alright.
This is a 6, but there's a pirate in play. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Yes.
7, 8 makes it a 9. Basically, if I have to roll an 8.
Well, no, you don't. You have plenty of melee to spend, and remember, you can double your die roll. I'd probably
I
save
already
that for...
doubled it last time.
Oh, it's only once per level, isn't it?
Yep.
No?
He's
Gonna go
there.
for the rolls, saving the melee for the 3rd level. Loses 1 health, not so bad.
Nope.
Remember, you can heal at any point.
At any time.
And if you heal one of the other players that 1 point when they're at their max health, you can point at them and say, "Ha ha!"
Who's at the max health?
I am.
The mage and the barbarian, I believe.
Yeah.
No, I'll heal the barbarian.
Oh,
I'll take 2 health.
he healed me before.
Yeah?
I like you.
Yeah.
Despite you stomping on his magic.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is the end of the 2nd level. All players remove any once per level tokens.
Hey, did I already pay my
I think Scott's already at max health though, so I don't think he gets one. Or does he?
Nope, he's at max. Are you at max health, Scott?
Max health,
Yep,
okay.
so he gets nothing.
Alright.
You get a 2-chip level up. So 2 chips of your choice, going up to the 3rd level.
2 melee.
Hey, did I pay my health?
1 magic one.
Well, I got
Should have
2.
been 1 loss for the
And then I got
For
2
the
more
ninja.
back, so I should have how many? 4 or 5?
John, you
don't
get 2
know.
chips of your choice.
Oh, give me a couple white
Kira,
ones.
can you collect all those chips that are there? Kurt, 2 chips of your choice.
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going with magic. Yep.
Kurt wants 2 magic.
All right.
The,
So it is Josh's deal, which he has magically done.
Oh,
Oh, he had a Trump left.
oh no.
Kurt.
Oh,
I did worse than
Kurt.
Kurt though.
Flip them over and fight them.
Yep. Now you flip him over and fight him. We've got some nastier monsters this time.
He gets another chest.
Barbarian gets another chest.
Yeah.
This is a pretty fun one. This is Lord Og.
Good thing you fought goblins mostly.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lord Og gets +1 for all to melee magic for each orc and giant in the bounty pile of the mage there. But the mage doesn't actually have an orc or a giant.
He's
in
got an
there.
orc.
We'll eat it.
Oh, doesn't he?
No,
have
I
an
No
orc?
have
orcs,
Oh,
no
you got an
giants.
I got
Look at that.
three of a kind goblins.
You got
Yep. The monk got the Etten, the two-headed Etten. See it here? Which is a lot of fun. You have to fight it twice, but any chips spent count towards both die rolls. Okay. Scott, make your roll.
Okay, I got the chest.
Yep.
And
No modifiers.
nine.
Just a straight
it's a
6.
straight 6.
How many points for that?
9.
Nice.
Oh.
There it is.
Man.
All right. Anything but a 1.
Anything but a 1 twice. Oh!
Oh no!
Do it, do it.
Alright.
Iron Skin.
Oh!
No damage.
The first time in 3
no,
years,
stay out.
Iron Skin has
No,
succeeded.
no.
No.
I lost.
He lost because he lost on that first roll.
So I burned all those
Kurt.
chips for nothing.
Kurt, the priest, though, does have a monster, the gelatinous cube, that if you don't manage to defeat it, it stays out. You don't get a new monster. You have to keep fighting it because you're sort of sucked into the gelatinous.
You're stuck in
Cubiness.
the
11,
Ooh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
And that's only 8 victory points?
It's a lower point monster, though.
It's a little easier to beat.
So I have to roll 6 or better.
No.
No,
Oh.
so loses 1 health.
Nope, double it, make it an 8.
Oh, uses his divine grace ability and manages to slay the gelatinous cube.
Another break?
Well, which means you get 1 other point of your choice. So give him 3 health and 1 other, Kira.
Give me a magic.
I'm gonna use my ability, so give me 3 more magic. My other
Transmutation.
Again. Thank you.
And you need a blue chain?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can pay
2
you.
melee, a magic, and a heart.
He's a monster.
He's a monster.
Alright, what do we got? What do we got?
I have to fight it again next round?
Doesn't matter.
There is no
Game's
next
over.
round.
There is no next round. This is the end of the world as we know it.
So you
Right
have
here.
To, you have to spend the magic, or he doesn't die.
Yeah, he's
So
Or you, the melee.
you don't get the victory. Oh.
And he doesn't.
Oh.
You don't have any melee.
Well, yeah. But I don't need a melee, right? I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't get
otherwise
the victory
he's
points.
not dead.
10.
So,
Okay.
so what you would do there is not use your transmute.
Yeah,
Keep-
I'll
yep,
take the melee.
there you go.
Alright.
Another chest. Make your roll, Scott.
It's 7, right?
No,
Is
that's a
Yep, it's a 7. No, the monster points don't count. It's a straight 6.
Straight 6.
Straight 6. No!
Oh! Darn it.
Alright.
Well, I guess I may as well put
11, 10, 9, 8, 7,
Back
6.
here,
6
right?
or better. No.
Oh!
Iron Skin! Iron Skin!
Let's see if it works. No!
I'm done.
Okay, so I'm at 13.
I died.
12,
Oh, so close to the end of the dungeon.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
5 or better.
I use my clairvoyance.
Alright.
3
Three
dice.
dice.
Nothing can you do that?
Oh, once per
per
level.
level.
Did I do it once per level? I haven't
Not
done it
this
per
time.
level.
That's not bad.
You
I
need a
tried to talk you
5.
doing it for
The
the dragon.
dragon.
There's the 5.
There's the 5. You got it.
Alright.
And then you spend the melee.
Spend the melee to keep the werewolf dead.
Yep.
And Kurt's down to his flesh column. And he can reduce it down to
12. It starts at 12 because I lost last time. So it's 12,
This is either.
11, 10, 9, 8,
No.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
7.
7 or
7
better.
or 8. 7 or an 8, I'd kill it. No.
No. All right.
2 health.
So final totals.
Yeah, I think Scott got it. You got a shot.
Oh, I've
Is
got
that 9?
14,
Okay, so
20.
9, 17.
20, 28.
36.
Woo.
46, 20, 30,
46.
46.
46.
49, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
7, 11, 17, 27, 32.
Please don't pick them up.
Nope.
I wanna-
49, yep.
49. So 49 to 46. There was a big gap in the others, but in reality, you were 46.
46.
John the mage was 46, whereas Josh the monk was only at 36, which seems like a 37, which seems like a lot, but that's 1/3 level monster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kurt the priest had a rough game. Too many one trick hands.
Yeah.
And Scott the barbarian is the winner, renowned throughout the land. Yay!
Let's set him on top.
Put him